Good morning. It's the 24th of May. It's Monday after Pentecost, and we continue with these daily video devotions. Today we finish up the Ten Commandments. And the last commandment says, "You shall not covet your neighbor's house. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife, or his male servant, or his female servant, or his ox, or his donkey, or anything that is your neighbor's." It seems to me, in the ancient world, many things were one of a kind. If your neighbor had a horse or a wagon, it might be the only one like it in the world. Or to make one like it might mean a lot of effort and construction. If your neighbor had a beautiful house, it'd be difficult to repeat that. In some ways, our world is different because in our world, if your neighbor has something cool like a new lawnmower and you really like it, you go to Walmart and buy one. Or you order one on your phone. If your neighbor buys any product, chances are very good that you can buy the same product or better. And so this notion of coveting, it's not so much that we want to take what is our neighbor's, but it is that we want to have what our neighbors have and kind of one-up them. If our neighbor puts in an above-ground pool, we want one in the ground. If our neighbor buys a new car, they buy a Chevy, we got to buy a Buick or Cadillac. So things like that. So coveting is wanting something inordinately that you can't have or that it doesn't belong to you. And so it leads us to be unsatisfied with what we have because we're always wanting what we see, across the street. And that's not good for us at all. If you want what you can't have or don't have, you spend all your time focused on that. If you're satisfied with what you have, whatever it is, then, then your heart is at peace and you can spend your efforts and energy getting to know God better or praying or doing other things than sitting there wanting something else. And that's very good advice, I think, in the ancient world, and it's good for us too. We don't need to spend all of our time wanting what other people have. We can spend our time appreciating, enjoying, and using the things that we do have and looking beyond those things to something greater. So let's try that today. Tomorrow we'll continue with these devotions, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.